Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic. We have a brand new season starting, and I could not be more hyped. But there's a couple of things I want to get out of the way quickly. Actually, before we jump into that, I just want to point out we got 2 recruits already, and the first game hasn't even been played. We're back. Up first, we have an 80 overall Armani Fertney. He's a tight end, 6'4", a big boy who can block and catch a little bit. Speed is okay. His strength is solid, but he's got a great spectacular catch. Catching traffic is fantastic. Route running is great, and his pass block and his run block are incredible. Welcome to the squad. Additionally, we have another big boy in Dylan Baker, 6'6", 330 pounds. He's physically a little bit stronger than me. He's got great acceleration to 90 overall. He's got great strength in 82 overall. Pass block at a 78, run block at a 78, impact blocking at a 78. That's a W.
Good game, bro. Why don't you go out there and recruit some people that can block for you on the offensive line?
I did. Now, a lot of you guys remember in the last episode, we talked about the offseason, Clayton McFadden, and Seth Sanders transfer, but I didn't really say where. Well, now you know. McFadden has been rejuvenated. He is playing at the University of Virginia, pretty close to where I grew up. And McFadden is now a 91 overall, fully realizing his potential under one of our former coaches. And they needed a QB, so who else but to bring Seth Sanders there? So they have our backup QB, and a guy who honestly felt like he should have been playing more on our team. UVA all of a sudden is pretty good. And you might also remember Gavin Hall, who again transferred from our team. He has now realized his full potential at the University of Akron. He literally went a couple of minutes away from Cascade Valley's campus and said, you know what? Same city, different team. He's ready to shine. But enough about the players that left Cascade Valley. What about the guys that are here? Jason Barr is the front runner for the Heisman. Honestly, I'm not surprised. When you look at what he did last year, I mean, incredible. 1,800 yards on the ground, 17 rushing touchdowns. In the receiving side of things, 421 yards there, 4 touchdowns as well through the air. The dude had a great season as a sophomore. And from a stats perspective, 96 speed, 99 acceleration, agility's through the roof, elusiveness through the roof. Carrying again could be a little bit higher. His spin move and juke move are phenomenal. This dude is going to have a great year again. Just got to keep him healthy. And as we look at what we have from an All-American perspective, Jason Barr is the #1 running back in the country right now, but there's not really a lot of love for us on the offensive side. Defensively, though, we have Mark Mullen sitting there at the left end. We also have Josh Cole, who had a great junior redshirt year and middle linebacker, and then Stephen Lowe, who again is ascending in his own right and right outside linebacker. But don't think it stops there. We have Mike Hemphill at corner. We also have John Hall, the 2 starting corners of the All-American team, signed in Cascade Valley. The defense should be fantastic this year, and also we have Ray Walton, the senior, rocking the prestigious #8. This team's going to be good. Or maybe at least on paper, we're going to be good. But as you look at the second team, you can see we have Tom Baker, the true sophomore, who had a fantastic breakout freshman year. You'd love to see what he was doing, but again, offensively, not a lot of love for our team. And defensively, we only have one other person. That's going to be Dwayne Cole at corner, who again, the true junior, is ready to rise up again. And then lastly, your preseason polls, Michigan is somehow #1. That probably won't last. But you can see Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Penn State, Florida, UNC, who we're playing in week #1, Texas, Georgia Tech, Florida State, and then Cascade Valley. Look, our team has done incredible. We look at our program record. We're 54-14 overall, 4-1 in the bowl. Big Ten Conference, we're a 2-time conference championship, 1 in Conference USA, 1 in the Big Ten, and we are 1-time national title champions. We just did that, and we've also adjusted our rivals, Ohio State, Indiana, and Purdue. We've had fantastic and heartbreaking games against all those teams, so I feel like it was only right to make those our rivals. And again, speaking of UNC, who again we're playing this week, they are pretty similar to us in terms of ratings, but they have a higher ranking, but Lee Corso's picking them. Don't bet against Cascade Valley, Lee. Don't bet against us. They obviously have Lumpkin, who I believe was an All-American, or at least a preseason All-American. He had 31 touchdowns, 9 interceptions last year. He was also their leading rusher from a returning standpoint because they lost their starting running back. So there's a lot of things they have to figure out, but there's a lot of things we have to figure out too. A lot of you guys have also been asking, what do the uniforms look like? Well, here you go, okay? We're gonna give you a look at the uniforms. All the uniforms from last year are still there. We can mix and match last year's and the new crop that we have coming in. We have an all-cream uniform, I think, again. Looks absolutely fantastic with the script helmets that we're going to be rocking. We have the whiteout jerseys, which we're going to be rocking today. I think these are probably my favorite jerseys that we have, absolutely by far. We have the anthracite, again, building on what we had from the previous season, the previous couple of seasons that we had. Again, I think the helmet is unique and looks incredible. We have the orange crush, which a lot of you guys ignore the pink cleats. That is something that's just a little glitch, but we have the orange full uniform. And then we have, going back to our old ones right here, you can see those. Obviously the old whiteouts, the old anthracites, the old cream jerseys, which we rarely ever wore. Then we have the home jerseys, which again, I think are pretty fantastic as well. The beauty is we can mix and match pretty much all these jerseys, so they create incredible combos. Now keep in mind, we are playing an away game at UNC to start things off. We obviously are going to be playing at home, and we'll show off the new stadium then, but you just got to wait a little bit until we get to that point. We're not quite there yet, but we got Cedric Riley, who a lot of you guys think might be a Heisman candidate this season. Look, don't get me wrong. I think Riley's great, but to me, this is Jason Barr's team. Jason Barr has proven that he is that #1 back, one of the best backs in the nation. And look at what he's doing. Barr immediately freezes that man and is a spin move away. He just needed one block, and he was in the end zone if they did that. So again, if you are doubting Jason Barr as a Heisman candidate, what's wrong with you? Young fella's proven himself already. We got Gold moving in motion. Barr going right back up the gut here, finding some room. He's going to go up the middle for a moderate gain of 4. Second down, 6 yards to go. Riley moves in the backfield. Little Riley to Riley connection. That one is nearly picked off, and they tackle RJ Riley for a loss of 3. Third down, 10 yards to go. Haven't really tested the passing game a super amount, but when you got this dude right here, Barr, I don't know how they caught him. Riley's first pass of the game went for 11 yards. Gotta love it. We got Sean Stewart in the game. The touchdown vulture himself is in here trying to do exactly what he's known for doing. Vulturing a couple of touchdowns, and he does just that. The first touchdown of the season. Who else but Sean Stewart? UNC ready to get things going. We'll watch in the middle. Their quarterback throws one that's in traffic, and we light him up, but Perkins holds on to it. Both of our teams have just a lot of pressure on them coming into the season. If you win this game, you're setting yourself up to be a top 5 team. If you lose this game, you're setting yourself up for a line. John Hall. It's almost set up for an interception. I see you. He's back. We really got to give that man the name of like the part-time crook, because sometimes that dude is all about getting interceptions, and sometimes he just don't care. But right there, the man cared, and he made a play. Got a solid lead here. Robert Ross got a little solo coverage. Riley likes what he sees and switches the play up slightly. Big fella across the middle though. Jared Gold is going to be down to about the 15. Inside the red zone, right where we want to be. Little handoff to Jason Barr. He's going to try to get away from that middle linebacker, but he was all over the play. 2nd and 4, Riley in the center is going to put Roth in motion. Had some options, but we just got to get rid of it, and luckily we do. Big play, 3rd and short. Riley rolls out to the right-hand side. He's got a guy. He sees it, that it's close, and it's the Riley to Riley connection, this time with RJ getting the touchdown. Riley had to reach pretty far behind him that time to make a play, and good Lord, what a grab. Again, a little bit off center for that throw, but it was a W regardless, and we'll take it. There's a fumble. Walton forced it. Cole picks it up. He went right back in. That was the running back lining up a receiver, getting the pass, makes a move. He might be down, but I hope they don't review it. Of course. UNC paying the refs. They're going to review it. Let's see what they say. I don't know. One more time. Okay, he was down. Good Lord.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
Cowards. Okay, not exactly ideal. You hate to see it, but you know what? It's okay. Still a great play made. Just didn't pan out in our favor, and all of a sudden the same dude who coughed up that last one is out here making plays. Doug Hall gets him, but good Lord, he picked up 39 yards. A couple of options here. See what they can do. They go to the out route, and Davidson gets a nice 6-yard grab. Pinching up a little bit in 2nd and 4. Go for the out route again. This one's going to get picked up quickly, but I think they got... Oh, they did not get the first down. 3rd and inches. We're going to put a Hall over here. Bringing a package of blitzes in. No one in the backfield with the QB this time. We got some pressure on him, and Josh Cole's going to get to Lumpkin, dropping him for a loss of 8. Now they got to kick a field goal. UNC, who has not scored at all today, is lining for a field goal, this time from the right hash line. In the rain, a lot of stuff could happen here. This one's up. This one's got the distance. It's going left, and that barely hooks in, but it's going to go in to give them the first points of the game. The solid lead of 11 points. This is a big drive for us. Put points on the board yet again in the first quarter, and now all of a sudden UNC is not looking like a top 6 team anymore. They haven't really tested the waters a lot. Their defense has been giving up yard after yard after yard, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from our offense. Riley makes an adjustment. Riley feeling the pressure. He's trying to extend it, and he's got to take the sack on that one. Unfortunate. We're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but something tells me we're probably not getting this one, considering the yardage we're going to ultimately need. Riley sees the big fella across the middle. It's Jeremy Willis, and it's 4th and short. This one feels like maybe it might work. We have a solid lead. I kind of don't want to give up on having the possession of the ball here. Let's kind of see what our team can do. 4th and short. Riley sees all day here. He's going to pick up the first down easily and gets down. That's got to be heartbreaking for this UNC defense. They're out here in the rain, cold as I don't know what, and they just can't get off the field because Riley keeps converting. We've definitely been pretty run heavy today. The pass game hasn't really worked the way we wanted it to, and good Lord, Chris Bolden came back and played that perfect. UNC's been doing a lot of press coverage. I mean, you can even see it kind of now. They're pressing a lot of our guys, making it tough for us to run those little quick out routes or those quick little comeback routes. But one thing that's working is the halfback screen, because they don't have the guys they need to get back there, and Barr keeps it moving for another big gain, 37 yards this time. Coming into the season, one thing that Coach Mervyn McMurvin said is that he wants to have Jason Barr fill the role of what Reggie Bush did at USC. And honestly, you can see it right now. It's working, but the blocking right now is letting us down some. We have a lot of really unproven guys in the offensive line. We lost a lot of our seniors and upperclassmen, and it's genuinely showing. Riley is somehow getting away from that, gets out of bounds. This man is gassed beyond belief, but he made it a 3rd and short. Gonna look at Terrence Williams, the redshirt freshman in the game for the first time. Nice little route across the middle. He's gonna get himself down about the 2-yard line. 1st and goal. Stewart, the touchdown vulture, is in yet again. I mean, you got to feel for Jason Barr right now. This man could be having a historic season, and Sean Stewart says, don't worry. I'm getting these touchdowns, though. UNC at home is getting embarrassed by the defending national champions. And honestly, I feel like the interesting thing is, like, we were ranked number 10 coming into the season when we won the national title, and we kept pretty much the majority of our guys, minus some offensive and defensive linemen. I mean, when you really think about it, linebackers came back, corners pretty much came back. I mean, yeah, we lost Garner Conley, but everybody that we had that was a major playmaker last season is basically here, and they ranked us 10. Come on now. And sure, the loss of McConnell was an absolute massive one, and you'll see something we have in terms of a tribute for him later on, but this team is pretty much the same, minus a couple of players here and there. And in my opinion, Coach Mervyn McMurvin solidified himself as one of the best recruiters in the nation. Yes, we got a ton of athletes, the kind of guys that can play multiple positions, but the way this team has gelled is just nothing short of amazing. The second quarter still just being pretty early on. UNC is desperately trying to get some points on the board because they know if they don't, it's curtains for them. And that running back's not looking very good. That was Mario Moses getting his first tackle of the game. Ended up being a tackle for loss. They're gonna move their receiver over a little bit. We got low watch in the middle, trying to get some pressure from the defensive line. They do get a little bit of pressure. Fowler's trying to get over. They end up getting him. Cole brings him down. This dude is not going down yet. He finally goes down after 8 yards. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Bring in the heat. They go for a screen. We nearly get him, and Walton is going to bring him down for a major tackle for a loss. UNC, we've been watching film. The one thing UNC can hang their hat on is that they had a great punt. They got us to the 5-yard line. Barr ready to get things going. He's going to cut this one back a little bit, looking for something, goes for the spin, and it gets him 5. Barr obviously had a massive run earlier in the game. He's averaging 10 yards per carry at the moment. The kid's having a great start of the game. RJ Riley getting involved, picks up 14. Here we go, 1st and 10. Oh my God, Riley immediately sees the guy. He's trying to get it to his running back. He throws it, and Barr's going to get 4 yards, but good Lord, he panicked but somehow shed that block. Look, the way our team's playing right now, there's not a lot of pressure on us. We're doing just fine. You don't have to go for anything too crazy. And as I say that, we nearly throw a pick. 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Baker moves in motion. Got the big fella, Jared Gold, who already has a big catch earlier. This time he gets hit up hard, but he gets 20 more yards where they bring him down. Love what I'm seeing from the squad. We're sending Riley deep a little bit. Safety's had to make a decision here. That probably wasn't where we should have went. One of the harder parts I think we have this season is that Riley had a lot of time to pass last year, but you're noticing very quickly the time to pass is significantly shorter because, again, not as many big fellas in the line. There's experience in blocking for a long period of time. This still is a test for this offensive line to see what they can ultimately do. And so far, I think they've been okay. They haven't been great. They've been pretty okay. Easy pass. Jeremy Willis, the big fella who's built like a tight end, might even be built like a Ford truck, but the man is still going to catch that ball. Riley's been really efficient. Has a couple of passes that have been a little fishy, but still 10 for 15, 150 plus yards in the first half. That's a W. Barr, though, is going to cough it up. We talked about it in the beginning of the video that 70 carrying might come back to hurt us, and it definitely showed up there. Not ideal. And if you're UNC, it's exactly what you want right there. An opportunity to get the ball back, keep us out of the end zone, and try to get in the end zone yourself. And their quarterback might be hurting. Steve Lowe don't play. We're honestly doing a lot of blitzing until they figure out how to do something. Because I feel like we've done a really good job. Oh my God, what a pancake block. Oh, they figured out something. John Hall's the only opportunity to stop Jennings. Marcus Jennings is going to go all the way down inside the 20, and now UNC's feeling good. Okay? I get it. They found their rushing attack. They go right back to the run. They got pancake blocks galore. Ray Walton can't bring him down, but Josh Cole does after 8. Going to drop Walton back a little bit to the middle so he can cover his guy properly. Their quarterback's taking off. Bobby Edwards says you ain't going nowhere and brings him down for a loss of 4. Major play. 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Their backup running backs like Olsen's in the game. Thought it might have been a screen. It's not. They throw it, and John Hall doesn't even get his head around. Randy Davis gets the 14-yard grab, and UNC's right back in it. 2:12 left in the first half. We didn't exactly end on the note that we probably wanted to win. Jason Barr coughing the ball up. It's hurting him a little bit. And I get where he's probably frustrated because he's had good carries, good yardage. He just Hasn't necessarily had the touchdowns, and downing Moss's goal, who doesn't even make an effort for that. And all of a sudden, UNC has the ball back again. What are we doing here? Tough times in Cascade Valley. We're kind of selling a little bit. We got to do better. Cole bringing the pressure up the middle. He ends up getting picked up pretty quickly, and what a route by Perkins, who goes for 18. That was Dwayne Cole getting exposed on that one. This time he's going to be watching a different receiver coming out of the backfield. It was like a screen, and they immediately get rid of it because we were ready for that one. 2nd and 10. Watching the running back out of the backfield. And what a big hit coming off the edge. Another sack for this defense who was playing crazy. That's Patterson coming in this time. Dropping the guys back, giving a little bit of a bump. See what we can do here. 3rd and 18. Do not give up a first down. The quarterback's going to run it. Who's it? Is that Dak Prescott? Is that Kellen Moore calling plays? What are they doing at UNC? So we call a timeout. We got 2 left here in the first half. 56 seconds left in a dream. We would just like to not turn the ball over, ideally. That's sort of the goal at the moment. Oh, big fella, I see you. Okay. Riley's arm is not quite what we want it to be, and UNC gets the ball back pretty much to the 50. He had a guy deep. If he has 10 more yards on that, it's a tutty. But instead, it's pain. Literal pain. I just want you guys to know, when I started this game, I was in Ohio, but since then I've relocated to Spain, minus the S. Everything hurts. They're going for a halfback screen. We got guys there. This time Patterson, who had a sack in the last play, gets a big hit for a loss of 4. North Carolina uses their first time out. We got 41 seconds left. They are desperately trying to get points to the board because they know what that's going to ultimately mean for them. They go for a short little out route to Watkins, and it picks up 9. Massive play. 3rd and 5. UNC with 2 timeouts. Kind of afraid of what might happen. What a hit by Lowe on that one. We're calling a timeout. UNC punted it. We probably shouldn't be going for it, considering what's happened the last 2 times we passed the football, but here we are. Riley has his guy, Tom Baker. Tom Baker's going to get out of bounds smartly, and 21 yards later, we got 1 timeout and a lot of yards to go still. It's kind of hard to believe that that is the first catch of the game for Tom Baker. That's something we got to address in the second half, is switching up the game plan to get that man more involved. Got a guy deep. This time he's going to test him again. It's Willis. Last time he went to him, it didn't work. This time it is. Riley has redeemed himself. I was getting worried. He anointed this man maybe too quickly, but Riley comes back, throws a beam of a pass, this time in a different slot. It ain't nobody picking that one off this time. Going into halftime, we have a 28-10 lead, but good Lord, it feels like we're losing. We got to play better. We are better than this. We should be blowing them out even more. Now, UNC had the ball to start this second half, and then they literally didn't do much with it and punted the ball to like the 3-yard line. So, no! Jason Barr, who we anointed pretty much as the chosen one, anointed as the guy to win the Heisman, is having the worst game of his career right now. I'm at a loss for words at how Barr is playing at the moment. This is just, it's uncharacteristic of him. I really can't believe that we're seeing this dude play this poorly. It's wild to me. Riley's going to try to extend it with his legs a little bit, picks up major yards, 20 on that rush. Maybe it's the rain. Maybe he's not used to playing in that, but I mean, he should be. He plays in the snow. He plays literally for Cascade Valley. We are in Akron. We are in the snow belt. This dude has got to be used to this stuff, and he's got to hold on to the rock. This is Barr's junior season, and it's supposed to be the one that he just absolutely takes over. And right now, what he's doing is doing the opposite of that. Throw one to him. He holds on to it, but drops it, but that was a tough pass. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Riley's going to hold on to this one. 1st down, smartly. Maybe Barr should be sliding now when he runs the ball. This has been a weird, sloppy game for Cascade Valley. I just don't know what to make of half of it, honestly. Little wide receiver read option. This one pitches to Robert Roth, who again looks a little slow there in that rain and gets 4. 2nd and short. They are all over this passing game right now. We're risking way too much. We are risking way too much. 7 for 8 on 3rd downs, though, which is kind of wild considering how this game is going. Mike Hemphill's in a receiver because a lot of our guys are beyond gas, but UNC has some pretty good corners that are all over this at the moment. Jesus! 4th and 1. Kind of a little bit out of field goal range, especially with the rain. We're going to go with the halfback screen and see what we got. Defense seems like they might be giving up the 1st down. Barr cuts it back. The vision is hard. The hit is even harder. Barr has an incredible skill set. It's just, I don't know what's going on with him with the fumbles. It's not ideal. Stewart has had 2 touchdowns. Maybe that's playing into it a little bit, that Barr is just second guessing himself as the lead back, but He has to hold on to the rock. It's an 11-point game. We're trying to take a lot of clock off right now because I feel like the longer this game goes on, the bigger our chances are to potentially lose this one as Barr goes up the middle for 9. First down again. Riley's going to keep it. He's got great blocking here. Riley's trying to extend this one, and he's down to what looks like the 1-yard line. What a run. I have bad news. Cedric Riley just went down. Thornton is in the game. The 6'5 freshman. Hands it off to Barr, who gets almost into the end zone. Now we're getting word that Riley's injury is only an abdominal strain, which you can see in the screen now. So he is coming back very soon, but we're going to see what Thornton ultimately has right here. Got the tight end wide open. Hey, his first pass is touchdown to Jared Gold. I'm not mad at it. Easy is, doesn't matter. We'll take it. So Cedric with a K, Mr. Thornton comes in and ends up getting a fantastic play. And look at the defense queuing on the QB read and say, nah. As you guys know, there was a major, obviously, controversy with how many quarterbacks we probably have on the roster right now. Some people wanted us to switch it up a little bit. But I really think we're going to be in a good spot with how many quarterbacks we have and what they're going to be. We know that Riley is good. We know he has some issues so far this season. We need some sort of insurance, and I think we have that right now. Got a major 3rd and 8. Nice little route by the running back. Cole is all over. That's going to be 4th and short. Do they go for it? I'm imagining no. They're going to line up to not go for it. Hemphill is back there taunting the crowd a little bit. Some of the Cascade Valley fans are actually over there on his side of the field. He's ready for a punt. This one for Manning, who's a 97 overall punter and has put us inside the 5 multiple times already today. Hemphill's going to field that one. Cuts back to the right a little bit. Hemphill's got some speed. He's trying to get away from the ankle tackles. Hemphill cuts up the field. Hemphill's got some room, and he's down to the 49-yard line. What a play. Now, Riley obviously dealing with the abdominal strain. He said he wants to come back in. We recommended that, he chills for a couple more plays, but he wanted to come back in to see what he could do, and Barr might be hurt pretty soon, too. 2nd and 5. Riley with the adjustment here. Running back wide open out of the backfield. Jason Barr is going to go out of the field, gets 11 more yards and gets lit up. He's having a really good receiving game today. Stewart comes in. Barr obviously a little bit gassed right now. Stewart trying to just get those yards, and he forces himself through for looks to be about 9. 2nd and inches. We're pretty close. You don't want to telegraph what we're doing too much. Riley, all the time in the world. He's zooming, and we're going to get him down before he gets hit because he couldn't quite get out of bounds safely. Keeping it moving on 1st down. Right back to Barr, who just can't quite find any room to go there. I know that our offensive line is not exactly the best they've been, probably closer to year 2, I'd say, for what we had for Cascade Valley before, but I really think they'll be better next season if they can just hold on this year, because right now it's a little rough. We missed our last 3rd down conversion. Can we get this one here? 3rd and 12. Oh my God. I mean, the left tackle got absolutely destroyed. We had no shot to do anything with that one. The kicker's coming out for the first time today, but left tackle's got to do better. All right, so Hancock lining up for what should be a pretty routine field goal. That one is up. That one is money. Got plenty of distance on it, and we're good. We've extended our lead again, but that wasn't a great drive. 1st and 10. What is this team going to be able to do here? Cole's going to wrap him up, though. They are trying the screens. We're just not letting them get him going. 2nd and 15 after a big loss. UNC has just struggled offensively. They go back with the screen again, and I don't quite understand the rationale. They are 1 for 7 on 3rd downs. That is a testament to our defense and a really bad indictment of their offense right now. Cole in charge of guarding one of their receivers. They throw one. Hemphill's there. Mike Hemphill with his first interception of the season. Somehow, some way, he makes a play. Mike Hemphill is generally one of the greatest playmakers I think we've ever had in Cascade Valley. Time and time again, this dude just makes the impossible happen. And I'm here for it. Riley with about 261 through the air, 2 touchdowns. It's been a day for him. Not exactly a great one, but it's been a day. Riley drops back, throws one. It's a dot to Riley, who catches that one as the DB misses the swat and goes for 13. Big play on 1st and goal. Out of shotgun. Riley had Baker. It's just a tough window, and the pressure was right there. 6.5 minutes left. A touchdown here probably puts this game away. They have sold on screens all day, but Barr coughs up another one. I'm pretty sure Barr is down on that one, but unless they want to reverse it for whatever reason, that's going to be another indictment on Barr, who has had his worst game, I think, of his career. There's no reason to challenge that one. Obviously, we might need to challenge a little bit later in the game, but you hate to see Barr going through what he's going through today. Underneath to Riley. Riley gets inside about the 5, but it's only 3 yards. I truly believe that we're the best team in the nation, and I think it shows, honestly, with how we played against UNC today. We've had so many issues, so many errors, but we have still found a way to blow them out of the water. I mean, making them go 1 for 8 on 3rd down is incredible. We have 3rd and 18 right now. Stephen Lowe just had a massive hit on them, and I don't know how they're going to rebound. Their passing game's had a couple of plays, but it's really been predicated on sort of stuff that's not working. And Ray Walton, trying to make a case for player of the year on the defensive side, gets a big sack there. This is the first time their punts haven't really been looking good. We get a pretty good return from Hemphill, and all of a sudden we're in midfield already. This is how you want to start a drive. Not exactly. Okay, can y'all block for Jason Barr? No. 15 for 74 is not bad, but for the dude that's supposed to be the leading Heisman guy, it's not how you want to start the season and your campaign. Riley, again, not finding a way to get the run going either. UNC's finally locked us up. It's just taking them too long. Big opportunity, 3rd and 10. Looks like the safety's coming up in the box. Immediate pressure on our guy. He throws it. He's got Jared Gold, who's trying to wiggle himself down to the 10-yard line. Jared Gold somehow being open. Riley somehow finding him. I'll take it. Our goal right now is honestly to even get Jason Barr in the end zone, but Sean Stewart says, no, I'm trying to get a touchdown vulture again. He has 2 today, which you could argue again rightfully should be Barr's, but maybe now that we got inside the 5, they'll put Barr back in. All right, so Stewart's actually still in the game. So with that being said, we're going to see what we can line up and see what we can do in the passing game. They blitz. And what a play by Blunt. Who was a deflection that I added was 10 tackles. 8 for 12 on 3rd down. Can Barr get in the end zone here? Can they block well enough to help Barr get in the end zone? And they're going to shut him down at the doorstep. I think we might go for it here. I think we want that for him. It's not just about Jason Barr. It's about getting a Heisman Trophy in Cascade Valley. And Barr is honestly our best hope, assuming he can turn things around from how the season started. Barr's going to get in the end zone for the first time today. You could argue he could have 3 touchdowns on the ground, but still, a rushing touchdown for Barr. When he's on the Heisman list, he needs that. We are walking out of here with a W, and you cannot tell me that we shouldn't have walked out of here with a even massive W. Riley goes for 300, 2 touchdowns, 61 yards in the ground, but how he ultimately played is just, it's not good enough. Recapping the stats again, Riley had a fantastic game. Cedric Thornton came in. He did throw an interception in garbage time, but that's neither here nor there. On the ground, Barr goes for 79 with 1 touchdown. 3 fumbles, though, was just, it's not going to cut it. Riley is 61. Stewart gets 2 vulture touchdowns on 35 yards and 6 carries. Again, a solid game for him. On the receiving side, Barr goes 7 grabs, 76 yards, no touchdowns, 1 drop. Gold had 4 for 84 with the touchdown. We see Willis get a touchdown at 87 yards, and Riley gets a touchdown as well on 39 yards. And then in the defensive side, if we go over here, 7 tackles from Josh Cole. We see our sack leader today is going to have just a bunch of dudes tied with 1. Bobby Edwards, Jamal Patterson, David Jones, Ray Walton, Stephen Lowe, and Josh Cole all got involved. Interceptions, we had 2, Hemphill and John Hall. The squad played great at times, below average on times, and we were able to beat a UNC team that I think was overrated. But against a tougher opponent, it's probably not going to happen. So we got to keep our head in the swivel and play a lot better going into next week. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys in the next one.